without him, I couldn't do everything. I couldn't do anything. And I want people to be encouraged. I guys, always dream high. Sa tingin niyo may nagsasabi sa inyo, mahirap, hindi na yan mangyayari. Don't even think about that. Because everything is possible with the Lord. Everything. Basta may faith kayo. When I say faith, hindi yung faith na tulog ha. Faith na nilalakaran nyo. Yung hirap ngayon na pinagdadaanan ninyo, 1 hour, gigising pa, whatever. This is something that you look back and said, one day I don't need to wake up like that anymore. One day I can have that time for my family. And that is success. When you can pick up your kid on your own time, in your own, that is success. Not about the money, your time to be with someone that you want.
Have here a very special guest from the US. Ayan, thank you so much at pinaunlakan niyo po ang maliit na programa namin. Ayan, thank you so much. So here we have Miss Shylee. Ayan, so from the chika earlier, you're a proud mom and you are a medical practitioner by profession and you have small businesses, right? Ayan. So, would you like to tell us more about yung... Kasi it's my first time to hear about the medical practitioner profession.
Okay. Hi sa mga viewers ninyo. My name is Shylee and it's been 10 years
Okay.
since when was that? Tama ba ako? If that's 10 years ago, right? So it's new. Japan is different, right?
Yes.
And today I will go back. I told Kirk, we went to Uniqlo today. 10 years ago, I couldn't afford Uniqlo.
Really?
Yeah, so it's different.
She took a picture.
I look back
A while
because
ago.
we paid around 8,000 doon sa sa trip na yon for 5 days. And we put all our money. So we don't have anything for shopping, and that's what I found ng GU. Because that's the only one I can afford that time.
Yeah.
And looking back, when you say, okay, I'm a family nurse practitioner licensed in California and in Las Vegas. What we do, we started as a registered nurse. And if you can call it mid-level, because there's a lot of state in the U.S. that we can work independently without the supervision of a doctor. I have a doctorate in nursing practice, which means that that's my title. So I'm DNP. A lot of people call me Doc Shy. A lot of people call me Shy. The people that call me Shylee is really doesn't know me. If you call me Shylee, meaning we don't have relationship, right? So a lot of people will call me Shy. But yes, I'm family nurse practitioner and I'm very proud of it. What's the difference between us? You cannot call me MD because I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a family nurse practitioner. What they do for a living, and that's what I do. So if you see a primary care physician, that's what I do.
Okay.
I prescribe. I see a patient. I assess a patient. I prescribe. I send them orders and everything about what they do. I don't do surgery. I do like very, very light primary care surgery in my clinic in California. But there's no huge difference, except their name is different. My name is different.
I see.
And I finished in the U.S.
I see.
So you don't have anything like that here in Japan, huh?
I don't think so.
I never seen one.
Yeah.
So it's always MD, DO,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay, yes. Over there because there's a lot of gap between medical professionals in the USA. That's why they did that. And this is very new profession. So there's no really like difference when you see a primary doctor in us. Dr. Ford was the one that fight for that position in the U.S. That's why Loretta Ford, to be exact, we owe what I have right now to her.
I see.
She fought for it, and now we're established. We're one of the profession that you can trust. One of the most trusted compared to the other professions.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm very proud of it. Even they call us like nurse, whatever they want to call us, that's fine. But I'm very proud to say that we can help people in their house, in our community, in the hospital, wherever you're gonna see a family nurse practitioner, or there's a lot of different kind of specialty. Whatever. Remember, you guys seen a dermatologist, right?
Yes.
Pulmonologist. There's NP everywhere.
Yes, yes.
That we fill the gap.
I see.
So that's what I do.
Can you also practice this overseas, as in, for example, in the Philippines?
Actually, there's a lot of NPs that they hire in UAE, I believe. Yeah, in Europe, I believe they do have, but I never been to international conferences.
I see.
But they're trying to fill the gap. Not everybody is studying to be a doctor because the fact that it's very, very expensive,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
not a lot of people are doing it, so they do this route. So after 4 years of being an RN, you get to the profession of being an RN, and then once that you have that experience, you go to a master school, then you can also go to do your doctorate right after.
Okay.
And you do licensure.
Right, right.
Yeah, so after the board exam, you have to get all of that. And that's it. Basically it. Yeah, I studied like 7 years.
Wow.
Okay, Doc Shy, just a follow-up question, no?
Yeah.
Kasi you have a degree in mass communication
Yes,
in the
yes,
Philippines. So
yes.
what brings you to like yung medical field naman? Kasi very far from
Very,
the-
very
Yeah.
far. Okay. I came to the US in California when I was 23. I became a caregiver 24/7. I went there, to be honest, to be a filmmaker.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went there
Now you
because
know.
I really want to write script. I want to make movies, and that was my dream. But God did not put me in there. So I take care of this elderly. Her name is Jerry, and she became my family. When life hits you, being alone, I was single. I'm a breadwinner. I have nobody. That person was with me, and I took the chances. When my boyfriend that time, which is my husband, told me, because my dream is to just send my sister to school, right? Because that's what my lola, my inang's dream. Like, okay, you don't need to pay me, she said, because I grew up poor. You don't need to give me anything. Just send your sister to school. And in my head, that's what I need to do. I have no dreams, nothing. And my boyfriend that time said, "You don't have any dream for yourself?" I don't have. My sister is done in college. I'm done already. Nothing anymore. And she was like, "That's weird. I never heard somebody like that." So, and I'm like, "Why? What do you want me to do?" "No, choose something that you want." Okay. Okay. And we were driving. It was my off day. I think we came from Universal Studio. I don't know if it was the first day. I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore. But I said, I think I want to be a baker.
Baker naman.
I want to be a baker. And then he told me, "You want to be a baker? And you're a caregiver?" "Yes, I love pastries, and that's what I want," right? And he said, "Why not try to do nursing?" "Nursing? I don't think so." Then he convinced me, right? So what I did is we have like city colleges. City colleges are cheaper before university. That's the only thing I can afford. Remember, I was just a caregiver. I was just making around $140 in a day that time. So, okay, I tried classes and I was like, anatomy first. So what I did is I almost go home to the Philippines. I have at least $20,000 cash with me, and I already applied for a visa for me to stay 2 years over there, and I will study there. Then somebody told me like, that's not a good idea because a lot of things is happening regarding the board exam. that they cheated. Do you guys remember that time that they said they cheated?
Yes.
Whatever, and they said, don't do that. Don't study there. Just study in the US. And I'm like, I couldn't afford it. I said, yes, you can. Took a loan, and I only have 20. So my boyfriend that time said, don't worry. We help each other. So, but I was in a city college, which is the tuition is only like $25 per unit. I took the class, anatomy, and I was like, that is easy. Anatomy was like only 4 weeks, pass, no problem. Second was, because in the US, remember, if you guys went to the Philippines, your units will 21 per semester, correct?
Yes.
Over there, you don't do that. 21 is like you're dead already. They don't do that. The most you can do is around 7 or 8. Yes. But being me that time, when I was younger, my brain cells really works, right? So I took, for example, nutrition. I took physiology at the same time. I took one, and then somebody from the register told me, you're taking too much classes, right? And I'm like, I'm used to it. This is how we do it, right? But I took it, and I was like, that's not bad too. Because microbiology, I took it, it's 5 units. Nutrition was like 2 to 3 units, so 8 units. Plus, I did physiology.
Wow.
And it was summer. Nobody should take that during summer because it was so fast. But praise God, I did it, right? And I was like, I thought science was hard. But it's not hard. So I told him, and I said to my husband, my boyfriend, I said, maybe I can study here. This is easy. I said, for people that's hearing me, don't take it like that. But for me, that time, my expectation was it's gonna be so hard because I came from the background that's so different, totally opposite, right? All English, and this time science. So I did that. Got into school, and then everything went well.
Okay.
So that's it. They helped me. His family helped me. Like kinupkup nila ako. I don't know, right? Kinukup. There's cousins that also kinupkup ako for 3 months, and then, but my husband's family took care of, of me. So when I was studying, I was just studying. So for 7 years, imagine.
If I may ask, Doc Shy, are you a breadwinner sa family?
Yes.
That's why.
Mahirap lang kami. Pero hindi mo kasi maramdaman na mahirap ka. Kasi your lola, yung inang ko, is trying to give the best. My nanay is trying to give her best to me. So pag meron kang ganun, hindi mo maramdaman na mahirap ka eh. Kasi pag sinabi ng iba na, di ba mahirap dapat ganun? Ako kahit pa paano, naramdaman ko nagka 3310. Right?
Nokia.
Oo, nagkaroon ako.
Doc yan,
3310, right? FEU ako, right?
Yes.
So, it's a private school, right? But I was a scholar.
Yeah.
Mind you, I was a scholar, but I still owe, I didn't know when I graduated, I still owe 66,000 pesos. So the registrar told mom, yes, my mom, the registrar from FEU was saying, how come your daughter, graduated? And I was like, I don't know. Because every time they would ask me, I was like, probably the government will pay for it. But I always have something excuse. So they will let me take the test. Every time it's like, Shylee Tiamson. I know it already. I need promissory note. Every time. So when I got into university in the States, I needed to have my transcript. And that's where we found out I owe 66,000 pesos. Hindi makukuha. Kaya nagtataka sila, paano nakagraduate to?
Yes, alam nila kasi even if you graduated, if you don't have that TOR, di ka
No.
makaka-apply.
So, it needs to be validated, right, sa US, and then napatunayan na it's a bachelor's degree, so everything else. And a lot of my classes, I did not repeat it because I just challenged it. Nag-test ako. Hindi ko na repeat ang English. I will not repeat speech. I will not repeat psychology. I will not repeat sociology. All of that classes helped me not to repeat it again. So, yun mga nakatulong sa akin. So, what I did before is, pag may day off ako, I go straight from, di ba caregiving job ako? When I have a day off, what will I do? Straight from the library. Okay. So, from 7 a.m., nakapila na ako doon. Mga homeless, a lot of times, nag-AC lang yun eh. So, nandyan ako, hanggang magsara yun, nandun ako.
Ala.
Ganun talaga yung dedication na ginawa ko na if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this with all my heart, and that's what I did. And when I look back, I have really no life.
Grabe.
Yeah.
speech. Diba?
Wala akong absent ng college, ah.
Ay, wow.
Ay!
Perfect attend.
Wala akong absent.
Wala rin akong absent, pero di ako nagka-class. Nandun ako sa ano. Hindi pa rin, pero nasa campus.
Hindi ako nag-stay sa library ng for whole day, ha?
Yeah.
So, balikan na po natin yung 66,000. Paano po
Bayan
nakuha
Oh.
yun?
Binayaran ko. So, I need it. So, I send money to my mom. Sabi ko, Nay, ito na yung pambayad ninyo sa transcript ko. So, binayaran niya siya. Kaya ako nakapag-aral sa US kasi kailangan ng transcript. So, I sent money. I paid my own tuition. The 66,000, I paid it.
So, hindi yan. Kailangan pa rin talagang bayaran yung 66
Kailangan mo.
para makuha yung records.
Yes. Imagine you graduated and you owe that so much money. And that time, 66,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah,
Totoo.
yaman din.
Kasi ang tuition ko when I started was only 13,000, but we couldn't afford it. Yeah.
So, going back doon sa are you juggling both being a medical practitioner and you mentioned earlier multiple small businesses, or naka-focus na po kayo dun sa multiple small businesses?
We go back because it's very hard na you're seeing a patient and you're running a business. That was my struggle for so long. So I opened the business during the pandemic almost 5 years ago. And the only reason why I got into the business because something happened. And that time I thought it was the end of everything. You know, when something happened to you, you think that somebody's punishing you or something. And remember, sabi ninyo, I was a breadwinner.
Yeah.
So it took so much of me just to open a business, not to trust no one. Something happened to the business that I was working, and I couldn't trust them anymore. And I really prayed hard. I said, Lord, ano nyo sa akin, will ninyo, because I cannot work with anybody anymore. So what I did, I called my best friend. I only have 40,000, mind you, 40,000 US dollars in my pocket. I was buying a house that time kasi during pandemic. It was during pandemic. So lilipat na kami ng house. Kasi gusto ng husband ko mas malaking space. I like condo living. I'm that person. Kasi I like cleaning. Imagine busy ako. I love cleaning. So sa akin, pag small spaces is easier to clean. Right?
Yeah.
But he wants a garden. He wants something na magagalawan. So that time, I only have 40,000. I was buying a home and I needed a job. So what I did was this. Okay, for people that's working, I want you to take note of this. My first NP job was this. I was occupational nurse practitioner for Coca-Cola North America. Ako yung parang medical director nila doon for whole California, the biggest in the nation.
Wow.
Right? The biggest in the nation. And my mentor, who was my boss, was from New Jersey, Philadelphia, and I am working in California. I'm a newbie, mind you. The only reason he told me he get me that job versus other employees, alam niyo kung bakit? Because he remembered my story, how I get into America. Na sinabi niya, if this kid made it right now without anything, I think she will make this good for me, that business. So, nung pinagkatiwalaan niya ako, when he trusted me with that account is around 200 to 250,000 that time.
Dollar.
Per month, right?
God.
So, kung ako lang, wala akong secretary, I don't have nobody. I was the one running for it. I don't even do a lot of surgical stuff before, but every time mayroon akong bagong patient na I never seen that kind of cases, he's gonna be over the phone with me para kumalma ako, para hindi ako mag-iyak. That was the kind of person na nagtiwala sa akin. But then when, kasi sa America or any other business, you guys, naririnig ba yung mga merging?
Yes.
Okay, so nabili that time yung company namin. Nabili that time kung saan nandoon ako. So, hindi kami inabsorb. Even though nakatipid ang company na yun na around 2.5 million when we were there. US dollars, right? Nilaban niya yung company ni Doc sa amin, pero hindi. That's okay. So, I left the job dahil kailangan na kami. I think 1 year after, we still have one account that time. Hinanap niya ako. Pinahanap niya ako sa lahat. Nasaan si Shylee? Kailangan niya kasi ako. ayokong sumagot ng phone, guys. Naranasan nyo na ba na ayaw nyo sagutin yung phone kasi alam ninyong hindi kayo makakahindi dun sa tao?
Yes, bakit ngayon po?
Okay. So, that was my problem. I know for a fact. Kasi freedom sa akin yung I don't need to be a secretary for myself. I don't need to make schedule. I don't need to please no one. I was just this free Shylee that works for this company. I was freelance. I love that. That I don't need to wake up at 2 in the morning to go to the warehouse. Because lahat ng mga warehouse, ganun usually ang work namin. Kasi kami yung mga post-injury. Diba? Pag nasaktan kayo, sa akin kayo pumunta. So that was it. Alam niyo, it humbled me enough na hinanap niya ako at sinabi niya sa akin. Sabi ko, pinako kung nasan ako. Saka ayokong bayaran niyo ako kung ano binabayaran niyo sa akin. Kasi hindi ko kayo masisingil ng ganon. Sabi niya, bakit? Sabi niya, tatanggalin ko tong anak ko tsaka tong HR na to pag di ka nila nakuha. I need you. So, hindi ako makasagot o gumagano'n ako. Sabi ko, hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko. Dok, sabi ko kasi, ganito ginagawa ko. I'm visiting patients in the morning. Tapos sa hapon ako nag-hustle. Yes. So, what I do is, I visit patients, mobile doctors in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I do urgent care or emergency department. So, dalawa yung job ko, right? So, I'm working like really hard para makabayad ako ng loan, lahat ng bills I pay. Sabi niya sa akin, I don't care how much you want. I need you. So, doon na nga. So, nangyari na yon. That one, when it happened, I got the job from him and then I still do what I can because yun ang sinabi ko. Kung ano sinabi ko sa kanya, yun ang ginawa niya sa akin. Super good. And that's what prepares me to be a business owner. How he treated me from the very beginning that I don't have experience until now that this is me doing business. I always remember how this person made me feel. When he trusted me, when he's so far from East Coast and I'm in West Coast, until this point, I still remember and I cry whenever I get mistake because I said, Dok, tanggalin niyo na lang po ako kasi nagkamali ako. When I always humbly to say, Dok, mali ako. Sabi ko, please, tanggalin niyo na ako. Ayoko kayo nabibigo. Ayoko talaga na, kasi sobrang bait ng boss mo, di ba? When your boss is so nice, ayaw mo silang nalulungkot sa mga challenges na dumarating sa company. Ayaw niya, lagi niya ako nilalaban. Pinaglalaban niya ako lagi. So, that's where it came. Yung kung paano ako naging business owner that time na may nangyaring masama, nandun pa rin si Doc para sa akin. Sinabi niya sa akin kung paano ko tatayo. Sinabi niya sa akin how I can handle this. And until now, almost 5 years from now, when I started with $40,000, right? It grew. It grew. And with his help, everything changes.
Yes, I was about to ask kasi, what inspires you to, or what inspired you to start your entrepreneurial yung journey mo?
Wala
so
nga.
parang siya
Oo.
siya lang yung nag-inspire sa'yo, Doc Shy.
Ginamit siya ni Lord sa akin.
Yes.
Hindi talaga, kasi nga napilitan lang ako magbukas ng business kasi something bad happened. Something bad happened na ayoko nang pahawak yung lisensya ko kahit kailan. Kasi when you say the word breadwinner, ako ang inaasahan ng lahat. So walang nag-inspire to do it. But God used... Sorry, anak ko yun So, Dr. G helped me to be where I am today. But to be honest, when you said inspired to be entrepreneur that time, I didn't. Napilitan ako based on the situation. God pulled me out on that situation so that I can be where I am today. When I thought of it, I didn't think like that. I was so mad to those people that got bad to me. But then I'm grateful for the opportunity that they given me kasi natuto ako kung nasaan ako ngayon.
But going back, it does make a difference when you look up to your boss out of, ano ba yung word na yun? Yung parang out of, they inspire you, then out
Respect
of fear.
Yeah, respect
Out of
kasi.
respect, not
Kasi
out of fear.
na hindi fear kasi ayaw mo siyang masaktan.
Yeah.
Ayaw mo mawala yung account.
Yes.
Alam mo, pinaghirapan niya eh. So kahit hindi sa akin yun, I took it upon me that that's mine. When you say that that's my post, that is me. Pag bumaksak yung account na yun, ako yung lagot dun. Ako, nahihiya ako sa boss ko. So yun ako. So when I do business with all my friends in the US right now, kahit tanungin nyo sila, kahit di ako kalala, ganun ako. I don't micromanage. Pero, sa ipo-point out ko sa'yo, even right now, kahit malayo ako, hindi mo mararamdaman malayo ako kasi anytime makakausap mo ako, it's so much difference when you can talk to someone na higher than you na i-explain sa'yo bakit may kakulangan, di ba? Bakit nagkamali tayo. Ganun yung ano ko, yung how I treat my people. So, if you will, I said small businesses, right? I have at least 60 plus employees.
Wow.
Different. Yeah, I have, how many MDs? I have 5 MDs and then 8 nurse practitioners. Kasi in California, if you guys doesn't know, we still are not independent. We have to work in collaboration with a medical doctor supervision. Yes, so I still need to pay that.
Okay.
You know, so that's what it is. Always remember, when something bad happened, it doesn't mean that's the end of the world. It means that there's something greater and beautiful outside that situation. God is trying to put something, you have to learn from it. I know at this moment, you cannot say, I'm joyful with the situation. I'm still learning about to say that, Lord, I'm joyful with the situation na umiiyak ka na, right? But every time you remember it, you are in that situation so you can learn from it. That one day you can use that in order for you to move up.
Yes.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Always look over there like that. And once the problem is too much, you look up.
To God.
Yeah, laging ganyan. Laging nasa taas. Kasi hindi mo kaya siyang dalahin, di ba? So, for every woman that's dealing with, you know, with family, with business, with everything, and you cannot handle it, you can. You have to have good people surround you. You have to have that faith with you because everything is from the Lord. When He take it away, He will really take it away. When He give it this moment, remember He did it to Job. So anytime that He gives something, He can take it away. So we should not have any ego on anything because everything is temporary.
Yes.
So that's how I think about it. I don't want to think like, oh, ganito ako ngayon, bukas. Hindi, kasi anytime, pag sinabi ni Lord, tapos ka na. That's it. And your question go, ang hirap ng answer ko, no? Kasi tinanong mo ako, paano mo napapagsabay yung medical professional. Kaya ito na yon. So what happened is, last January, upon, really, bago ko gawa ng mga decision, I really have to pray for it. I need to have answers from the Lord. I cannot do any decisions anymore because this is my feelings. It happened to me so much that ako lang nasasaktan. If it's my emotions, mali. It should be from the Lord. So when I step down as a professional nurse practitioner in my own company, because I pray for it, it's very hard to see your own patients and you handle your own business. And that's what I did. My husband was shocked to hear it. A lot of people are shocked to hear it. Why are you doing that? You're crazy. The control is there and now you don't want to be controlled. Right? So my son. So that's what it is. I took out the control. And whatever it is, you know, I have good people in the US, and with the 40,000 I started, like what I said, God make it grow, and a lot of people has jobs. You saw it. The Philippine team, 8 of them, I brought it in Hong Kong last week. I'm very happy for them. They deserve it. Kasi hindi namin sila nakikita, guys. They work so hard and I don't need to supervise them. And they do it, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, this is just opportunity from the Lord that given to me. It's just a task. When people is hearing this, why you keep saying it's from the Lord? Because I believe that everything is from God.
Yeah.
I cannot take it away. As a believer, I know for a fact that everything is temporary. If God said no more, then no more. At least I did my best. Yeah. If tomorrow is my last day, I know for a fact that everybody, una-unahan lang yan eh. So, medyo ganun ako mag-isip, pero I always want to make sure na yung maiiwan ko sa inyo or kung kanino man sana hindi ko sila nasaktan.
Yeah.
Yes. And kasi yung legacy yung maglalas.
Yes, ayoko nun. Ayoko na pag nakita niyo ako, nasaktan ko kayo. Gusto ko ako nagsusorry pagka nakasakit ako. I don't have ego about that. Yun yung ano ko, yun yung a lot of times na pinapractice ko. Humility is one of the hardest thing to do, but if you do it and you follow to be Christ-like, that's the best thing you can sleep. Yes, yes. I just want to honor the Lord with what I do. Even this, that's why sabi ko sa inyo, you guys can interview me because I want people to learn that without the Lord, without God's guidance and wisdom, I don't think I will be where I am today. Meron akong taon, meron akong years that di ako nakikinig sa Kanya. Saan ako dinala? 'Di ba? May mga times na you are in the dark and just because matigas yung ulo ko.
Yeah.
So, parang kung sasabi, sana hindi ko na ginawa yun, you know? When you do that, sana hindi na lang matigas yung ulo ko. But, nangyari kasi matigas ang ulo ko eh. And I repent on it. I ask for God's forgiveness in those years na, pero winaste mo eh, you know? But, I believe that, you know, yung mga broken-hearted eh. Doon yung minamahal ng Panginoon pag lumalapit ka. And I'm one of those people na forgiven. I believe na sa dami nating kasalanan, di ba? When we say that, always remember, if God forgive little, He forgive big.
Yeah.
But do not repeat it. And that's my motto. I try to not repeat what I did mistake in the past. And the enemy will always tell you guys different stuff. So don't listen to that. Don't listen to it. Always remember His word. His plan is always life.
Yes.
Not to harm you, but to give you hope in the future. And that's what I always tell myself when I'm in struggling. When I go to trials, I always say, God, you know, all things works together for good for those who love you. And I know you love me. Because in my life, sabihin na nila, kahit hindi kayo maniwala who's Jesus, in my life, He is real. He's alive. And that's what I live.
And you wouldn't come to that realization without having to go through yung
So
parang
much.
nagsisi
So much.
kayo or
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
You wouldn't get to that point
Yes.
without going through all those
Yes,
trials.
kasi I just worked so hard. I was so workaholic. A lot of times, I work at least 18 hours in a day. Imagine yung sa age mo sinabi sa akin, 18 hours a day, matutulog lang ako 4 hours. It's Monday
Parang may
to
nakaka-relate dyan.
Monday to Sunday. Imagine,
Oh my God.
I don't even go to church. That's wrong. You know, one day in my life, I will tell, my mom said to me, you don't go to church. I grew up going to church. I said, hindi uso dito sa Amerika. Imagine, sinagot ko nanay ko noon, hindi kasi uso na dito sa Amerika. Alam mo, sabi ng nanay ko, because he doesn't want to say anything to me. I said, you just have to try. Sabi niya sa akin yun. Sabi niya, imagine that, 18 hours a day, ganun pa din yung buhay mo. 18 hours, anong na-accomplish ko? Wala. I will tell you.
I feel you.
Di ba? Totoo to. Doon sa mga tao na naghahangad ng sobra, I've been to that page. Na kumikita ka ng ganito kadami, konti. Kumita ka ng sobrang ganito. Ganun din eh. Naghahanap ka rin ng ikakagastos eh. You have to have that contentment. And once you have that contentment, free ka na. You're free. You're really just gonna be free-flowing. Walang angst sa buhay. Contentment. Now, whatever people will say about you, what your choice is, it doesn't matter no more. You just have that freedom. And that's what, for me, success is. Success is not just about millions of dollars, billions of dollars. It's about having that peace and joy in your life that no matter what happened today, you know where you're going. And that's what for me. For a lot of people say, baka plastic, whatever, right? Kasi that's the truth, right? People will say, no, kasi nadating mo na lahat.
Yeah.
I have everything, I will tell you. I don't need to tell you. I have everything that a lot of people probably wants to have.
Yeah.
But that's not life. Life that I'm telling you is the life that you chose. That now you have that peace that you can sleep at night. Kailangan kasing magka-sense of purpose eh. When I say that as a woman, you have to have sense of purpose na hindi lang basta tayo magkaanak. Di ba? Hindi lang yun. Oh, okay, anak, that's it. Yun na ba yung buhay natin? Hindi, di ba? We have to have sense that, you know, that somehow you help people. Somehow meron ka sa pamilya mo na natulungan mo naman. Na hindi kailangan sobrang daming pera, di ba?
Actually nga ate, yun yung nakikurious ako kung how can you handle being a CEO and then how can you handle also being a mother.
Yes, how can you like balance
Diba?
the
How can you
demands
balance
of
that? And
yung
being
personal
a
life
wife also,
to
diba? Ang hirap, di ba?
Mahirap,
parang
mahirap.
Paano niya na-handle yun?
Mahirap. Tapos sa akin, hindi ako nakakalimot.
Yeah.
Hindi ako nakakalimot. You never seen me at work yet. I have this huge calendar. Very old school ang ate ninyo. Very big calendar ako lagi. Sa Target, we have a store called Target in America. So I will go there or Marshalls. Whatever is cheaper, I will find probably like not more than $25 na calendar ko. Pag sobrang daming bura ko na dito in a year, papalitan ko na yon. So, pero old school ako, sinusulat ko yung lahat. Kung ano yung meeting ko, whatever. Kaya nga dati, I will hire sana secretary. Kasi, para hindi ako makalimot. Pero ang ginawa ko na lang, parang ayoko pa rin, hindi pa rin ako sanay na somebody's handling my, all my schedules. Ang ginawa ko, nasusulat ko. Lahat ng mga meetings namin, pasulat ako. Hindi, I know, right? Dapat pa-iPhone ako, hindi talaga. Hindi talaga. So, that's what I did. And I'm very blessed. I have a very good husband who supports
Very
everything.
supportive talaga.
Yes, he's a believer na pagkakunyari, sabi niya, Ania, it's time to go to church. Kahit alam mong pagod ka, we go to church. So we're accountable to one another.
Yeah.
So this time that I'm on break of seeing patients, ano na to sa akin? Parang sabi niya sa akin, don't feel bad, don't feel guilty na you're not doing, kasi you're doing still so much. And for me, nawala yung guilt ko nung sinabi niya sa akin. I never thought it will happen. Sabi niya na ngayon ka magsasabi na you're gonna retire on that profession. Sabi pa niya, ikaw? You will not say that. You know, kasi nga, ma-pride kang tao, di ba? Yung parang alam mo, profession mo yun eh.
Yeah.
Bakit mo i-give up in something like that?
And
But
very early pa for
I'm 41.
Yes, for a retirement talaga.
Yeah. So,
Super
ang sabi ko sa kanya, kung ano lang meron na tayo ngayon, kung ano lang pera, doon tayo mabuhay. Yun na lang sinabi ko sa kanya. It's okay, sabi ko, ano lang basta, I will do homeschool for my child. That's my plan. I want to do homeschool. I want to be in a mission. Kung saan ako dadali ni Lord, kami buong pamilya. I really want to honor the Lord for the last, kasi remember, 40 years of my life, nangunguna ako lagi. Nangingilam ako sa Panginoon lagi. Ngayon, hindi na. I want to make sure that this next 40 years, kung bibigyan niya ako ng next 40 years with my son, gusto ko makita ng anak ko na I'm honoring the Lord with yung time ko para sa Panginoon. Yun yung goal na iba-iba na tayo eh, di ba? Iba-iba na tayo ng different level, yung iba career, di ba? You do that. You settle for that, whatever. No, ngayon hindi na, you're not aiming for too much. You're just aiming to be stable all the time na yung company na God will bless this company, na ma-protect yung company all the time and mag-grow. So I can give bonuses all the time. I can raise their payroll all the time. Yun ang happiness ko eh. Happiness ko talaga yung nagbibigay ako ng gift, nagbibigay ako ng bonus kasi alam ko, hirap ng buhay sa States, guys. If you guys were to live there, mahirap yung buhay namin doon. It's not really glamour. So, I understand yung mga tao nakatira sa Amerika, kaya sila mahilig bumili ng stuff.
Ayun na nga.
Kaya sila mahilig bumili ng stuff!
Sasabihin ko. So, siguro
Bored.
many of our viewers are curious na kung paano namin ikaw na-meet. Paano nga ba?
Out of boredom? Kasi I work at night. What I do, makakausap ni si Shy sa gabi kasi doon ako nag-work. So after seeing a patient, to take care of finances ng businesses, sa gabi ako nagka-calculate, guys. So doon ko inaano kung magkano ba yung kukulangin ngayon, tama ba yung budget for the month, sa gabi ako. So once that I do that, I make sure na meron akong pinapakinggan. So, one day, matagal ko nang naano yun sa IG ko. Matagal ko na siyang na-add. Pero it doesn't catch me. It doesn't catch my attention. But one day, it catch my attention. And I never bought online for 2 years. Mind you, it took me 2 years. And that's where it started, right?
Okay.
But yun yung point na nagkakilala tayo. And I trust you from the moment that I got it. Very, very professional.
Oh, thank you so much.
Pogi.
Na-imagine ko si Miss Shine na nagka-compute daw siyang gano'n, tapos nakikinig siya. May binili. So, idadagdag niya ngayon sa computer.
Kasendo ko. Yes. Oo, kasi what I do is, kung ano lang yung kaya ko sa sweldo, imagine, alam ni Rio yan, kung magkano binabayaran ko and all that. Imagine, I will give up that. I will give up that life that I have because of what I wanted. I just really want to focus in the next 40 years of my life to the family and the mission for the Lord. Tama na yung glamour. I'm happy. I'm very excited when I went to Japan. I love GU.
Talagang pre-promote.
I love that product. I love Japanese chocolate. Happy na ako doon. Yun na yun. Hindi,
ang daming
hindi mo na,
binili.
I know, hindi mo na ako madadala sa mga ka-artihan. I've been there, and that's not my priority. Honestly, my priority right now changes. And every day, you guys will understand it. It will change. Na ngayon priority mo to, bukas iba na.
Yeah.
Diba?
Pero you know what they said? Begins at 40.
Talaga ba?
Yes. The next 40, from 40 above, yun na yung implementation mo, yun na yung natuto ka. Ano yung na-filter mo
Napapalata.
from yung first 40 mo. Kaya parang sinasabi nila, it's either you like hard now and then play later or play now or hard
And I
later.
did very hard.
Yeah.
I worked
Yes.
so hard, guys.
Kaya yun
No
yung-
life.
Yun
No
yung
life.
nakita ko kay Miss Shy, na yung hard niya is yung first part of the 40 years of her life and the succeeding is yung play
Ito na yun.
So yung ano yung ultimate goal mo na lang, Doc Shy, na for starting from today, ganyan. Parang anina foresee mo na eto talaga yung gusto kong gawin. Eto na lang yung wala. Eto na lang yung yun nga. Kasi I believe sinabi mo yung gusto mong mag-mission and you all want to give back to the Lord.
Ito na lang
Yes.
yung wala. Hindi
Yes.
pa na-approve yung foundation na tinayo ko 2 years ago.
So you have.
Yes, I do have foundation na tinayo ko sa US and I'm waiting for it. Hopefully na approve siya this year. Pag na-approve siya this year, I can donate money to that. I will not ask money outside. This is just through my little company. I will donate it and my ultimate goal is for my foundation to send people to college for free. Kasi without that education, everyone, I will not be where I am today. So for millennials, for Gen Z that doesn't want to go to school, I'm sorry, your Tita Shy is very old school. I will still promote to you guys, go back to school. Go back to school. It's something in your belt na walang makakakuha sa inyo. It sounds weird, cliche, that people will be like, whatever, right? No.
I believe in that talaga.
For me, yun ate lang ang meron na binigay sa akin eh. Wala nga kaming yaman eh. Di ba utang ko nga 66,000 eh.
Ayaw ba ibigay?
Ayaw ba ibigay? Yes. So, yun yung advocacy namin mag-asawa. You know what, when we first started, me and my husband, a lot of things happened. May mga times na ayoko na sa kanya. Di ba ganun eh? Di ba? Ayaw mo na sa kanya, boyfriend. Samang-sawa ka ni, my husband is very nice. Super nice siya. Pero dumating kami sa point na ganun. Pero he always believed that yung character ko, kung sino ako, lagi niya sinasabi kaya kita mahal kasi very kind ka.
Yeah.
Hindi siya nangungontra. Di ba sabi mo nga kanina, hindi siya nangungontra. Kuya is not nangungontra, di ba? Pag sinabi kong ibibigay ko sa'yo, Rio, hindi ako magsisinungaling. This is gonna be, itong bagay na ito para dyan sa friend ko na yan. This is gonna be for my sister, this is gonna be for my assistant. Ganun pa ako. Hindi siya nagagalit. Nasabi niya, okay, gusto mo ba ibili ng ganito? So, ganun siya. Kaya yung foundation, when I set it up, my plan is, from there, somebody's life will be changed. The way God changes mine. And that's what missing. If that company and the company in the US will grow and grow, I will be really happy kasi it will change a lot of people's lives for good. They will know Jesus Christ. And that's it.
I think you would be the to the future people who will receive the education fund. I think you, paano ba sabihin yun? Yung analogy is how the doctor was to you would be
Yeah. It's
how
like
you are
paying it forward.
paying it forward basically.
Yun yun.
Nagets kaya? Nakarating kaya yun? Oo.
Yun. Kasi nothing is accident. Remember,
totoo.
tayo, we met for a reason. That time that I watched your live, it's not an accident. I always believe that there's people na talagang a lot of times sabi mo sana hindi ko na siya na-meet, right? May gaganon ka. Pero that person will bring lesson to you. Remember when it happened to me, when somebody did bad to me, it opened this little business that I have. If they did bad to me, I will not gonna have my own company. Lagi kong tinatanong yun. So, whenever I feel like galit ako or something that time, I said, Lord, I'm so sorry. Dapat nga hindi ako magalit eh. You know, you use that moment so I will go outside of my bubble. Kasi okay na ako, guys eh. Paano ka magbi-business? You're doing good already. every 3 months, I go on vacation. So, kaya ako may timeshare sa Hawaii.
Yeah.
Every 3 months, I go on vacation. Ano bang gagawin mo? Ako yung tao talaga na a lot of times, I will meet my contentment. May ganun ako na, okay na. Pag ganun ako, okay na yun. Wala nang ano. And that's what it is. When you feel that, wala, ano pang dapat mong patunayan? You don't need to, And the kulang talaga sa buhay ko was, I did not have that intimate relationship with the Lord for so long. I was a sinner and for so long, di ako nakikinig sa Kanya. And when I reached that moment few years back na yun yung kulang sa buhay ko, Panginoon, that's it. Talagang satisfied na ako kung anong meron kami. And I pray to the Lord that God will, continue to bless and protect our companies kasi daming employees eh.
Yeah.
And, and praise God that we're just instrument nga. Managers lang kami. Yun.
Doc, Shy, curious lang ako. Going back din sa past experiences mo, yung challenges mo before you started the business, more on financial aspect kasi siya. Naiisip ko lang ngayon yung challenges mo, being you now, a successful businesswoman, ano na yung mga challenges?
Different.
And then, how do you handle it now?
Okay, very, very different. When it's about money, this is more problematic, right? Before, yung problema mo lang, siguro mga $2,000 a month. Right? Yun ang problema mo eh. 2,000 to live, like that. Problema mo na yun, laki pa ng iyak-iyak ka pa, di ba? Ganyan. Now, I need to pay taxes. A month! With, now you know the profit. Now you understand the profit, right? So because for me, when my pastor told me before I started the business, Shylee, remember, I don't want you na makipag-business ka to no one na mandadaya sa tax. Kaya kahit kailan hindi ako nag-business partner. Lagi akong sarili ko lang. Kasi ayoko mandadaya sa taxes. So kami ng kuya ninyo, may nakalaan na kaming pera dyan na salamat sa Lord at nagpo-provide siya. So, like what you said, before, pinuproblema mo laging, yun lang, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. So, I just really trust Him. And hindi niya ako binigo, Yuko. Whenever I needed, okay, for people that's hearing me, you guys have to remember, there are times, Daniel is almost 3 years old. Almost 3 years ago, I cried to the Lord because I opened my med spa. And I said, Lord, nagmagaling lang ba ako? Para lang sumikat ba ako, whatever, in the States. Hindi ba galing sa inyo na buksan ko tong med spa na yun? Why I asked that? Because I was so tight with money. I have people that I need to give payroll. And binuksan ko yung med spa and it's around $500,000 na nagastos ko. Oh my God. So, walang-wala na ang ate nyo. Kokonti na ang nasa bangko. Siyempre, hindi ka magsasabi sa mother-in-law ko. Hindi ka magsasabi sa kahit sino. Kami lang. Sumiyak kami ng asawa ko. Sabi ko, Lord, naglakad ako. Nagsusumba kami. Nagpapa-healthy-healthy na kami that time. Nagzumba-zumba kami. I didn't know I was pregnant. Umiyak ako, nag-walk out ako. Kala pa ng isang friend ko, nag-walk out ba si Kumars kasi late ako? Sabi, hindi, nag-walk out ako because I was crying. So I talked to the Lord that time and I said, nanguna ba ako, Lord? Ganun, alam niyo, tandaan niyo itong sinabi ko. I needed 24,000 plus with cents the following days. What happened the following days? The exact amount came in the bank. Sabihin ninyong hindi coincidence ba yun? Hindi. It's God's appointment time for me to surrender. I need to surrender everything. And that's the first time I will remember, hindi niya ako iniwan. Kaya whenever I feel like my anxiety is kicking in, like, payroll na, right? Ganyan. Hindi, sabi ko si Lord, kahit kailan hindi niya ako binigo. Hindi niya ako binigo. Imagine, 24,000 I needed. I only have 7,000. Eksakto pa sa cents. Paano mo masasabi? Dapat nga natandaan ko, 24,000 plus with the cents. Kaya niyong masasabi sa buhay ko, when I say He's alive, He is. So that's what it is. We have to surrender something. Sa Kanya, maliit lang na problema yung pera eh. Sobrang liit lang. And huwag kayo makikipag-away sa partner niyo when it comes to money. Whoever is making big, it doesn't matter. Huwag niyong paramdam sa kanila na kayo yung kumikita na malaki. Lagi niyong paramdam sa kanila na whatever they have, whatever they can give, that's it. Because relationship, it's not about money. Relationship, it's about these two people join in together and help one another. And that's what, kahit kailan di kami nag-away ng kuya mo, ilang taon na kami, Tagal na. So, ano naman to? Tingnan mo, kahit ako, no? We got married 2017. But
2009 daw ate.
2009 kami mag-boyfriend.
Sabi
Boyfriend.
mo.
Oh, so sobrang tagal na. Diba? So 17 years, right? 17 years, diba? Never kahit isa sa pera. So yung tatandaan mo. If you are not surrendering this money to the Lord, you have to. Kasi witness ako sa buhay ko na there are times iiyak ako na, Lord, pasweldo na. Kahit ako wala ngayon, okay lang. Wag lang ako sa mga tao. Kasi alam mo na, paano mapapaalis yun sa bahay nila kung, di ba? So, that's what happened to me. So, kung noon, ganun yung ano ko na kaya ko lahat dalhin, hindi na. Alam ko si Lord, sasagutin ako. That's what it is. Yeah.
Provision talaga ng Panginoon, sobra. Siguro hindi lang para, yung turning point kasi ni Miss Shy doon, yun yung talagang parang, she has, di ba, even if hindi ka pa nag-surrender, binigay na. Di ba? So parang mahiya ka naman, di ba? Pag
God na, I'm here.
Yes.
Diba?
Tama na yung
Even you're not
sinosolo mo.
asking for me, andito ako.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Kasi
about
sometimes
me.
sinosolo natin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hindi nandyan siya eh. Nakikinig siya.
do this.
Yeah.
do this on my own.
Mali. Mali yun eh. Ganun ako before eh. I can do this, I can do this. Hindi. Hindi ko, I cannot do it.
Yeah.
My word right now, I cannot do it without the Lord. So before I speak to you guys this week, I was asking for God's wisdom and what I'm gonna say. You know? Kasi, this is something that you guys have to remember. Nag-start pa lang kayong i-build up yung career nyo. Nasa mahirap pa kayong process. But this will help you to value what you have one day when you have everything. This start in your life, you go back when I said to you in Uniqlo, 10 years ago, I couldn't afford this. Imagine, 10 years ago.
Sana nga. Sana.
Yes!
After 5. Ano naman yan? Ano naman yan ako eh.
Pero alam mo, yung nakita kasi, di ba, tinitignan ko yung topics per podcast. And then sabi ko, parang, I don't have any idea pa na kung sino yung dapat. Kundi sabi ko, parang nakita ko yung buhay ni Doc Shy. I want her to be like, that everyone to witness kung paano nag-work yung Panginoon sa kanya. Kaya sabi ko, si Miss Shy talaga, Kirk, please, I need her for this, International Women's Month.
Anong oras na? Kasi di ba, hindi ko sabihin na basta sa gabi ako nagkakasakit.
I see.
Oo, sa gabi ako nagkakasakit. Pero ngayon, tingin nyo, God is so good, right? By 9 o'clock, still 9:30, I'm good. 10:30, I'm good. But you know, ate, it's my pleasure. I want people to understand I'm a sinner and God forgive me. I'm forgiven by the Lord and without Him, I'm nothing. I'm still sinning, but what I'm telling you is, without Him, I couldn't do everything. I couldn't do anything. And I want people to be encouraged. Guys, always dream high. Sa tingin niyo may nagsasabi sa inyo, mahirap, hindi na yan mangyayari. Don't even think about that. Because everything is possible with the Lord. Everything. Basta may faith kayo. When I say faith, hindi yung faith na tulog ha. Faith na nilalakaran nyo. Yung hirap ngayon na pinagdadaanan ninyo, 1 hour, gigising pa, whatever. This is something that you look back and said, one day I don't need to wake up like that anymore. One day, I can have that time for my family. And that is success. When you can pick up your kid on your own time, in your own, that is success. Not about the money, your time to be with someone that you want. And I said, kayo na muna bahala sa business. Di ba? Kayo na muna bahala. Ako na yung bahala. Perk, I will pick it up for you. Don't worry about it. That is dream team. I have that people. And I'm so blessed and grateful to them in the US. Kasi pag sinabi ko na, sorry guys nervous pa ako, Ate Love, kasi ayoko maramdaman ng manager ko na mawawala ako.
Yes.
Best friend ko yun. Alam mo, sabi niya, matagal na kitang pinagpipray eh. Alam kong pagod ka na eh. Don't worry about us. Take your time. Relax. Sabi niya sa akin, ako nag-aalala, umiyak ako guys, during this call. I was in Lake Tahoe when God spoke to me and said, it's time to step down. And ayoko masayang yung time ninyo. What I want people to learn is, wherever you are in your life right now, may turning point tayo. but you have to hold on in it, okay? Yung mistake natin, di dapat pa ulit-ulit. When we did something bad, move forward, repent, ask for forgiveness, and don't look back anymore. Lahat tayo nagkakamali. Pero, there's opportunity for us to be what? To be there again, up. Huwag kayong matakot magsimula ulit. Money is just one little problem. And one day, darating yan na hindi na kayo mahihirapan. Yung mga pangarap ninyo, lagi ninyong isipin na dati pangarap lang to, pero bukas alam mo kung mangyayari na yun. Hold on to that. And if I can say one thing that works for me for over 20 years now, have this little notebook. I told you this. Write down all your dreams. And every time na nangyari yung dream ninyo, i-check ninyo. Saan nyo gustong pumunta? Sa anong gusto nyong bilihin? Anong gusto nyo for next year? Anong weight na gusto ninyo? Pumayat ba kayo, whatever. Ilista nyo yun every time you're thinking about something. Kasi, every time na ginagawa nyo, mas lumalaki yung opportunity at chance na mangyari yun sa katotohanan. And in my life, I've been practicing that. Kahit I was 21. Since 21 pa ako, ganun ako. Yan na ako. So when I said, gusto ko nito, hindi binibigay ni Lord yun a lot of times ng time mo, ng timeline mo, di ba?
Yes.
Pero once na binigay niya sa timeline mo, gamanon ko, wow, natupad na yung pangarap ko dati. So gawin niyo yun. Start today, start tonight. Write down everything that you wanted. Put it in a place where you can see it every day and pray for it every day. It doesn't matter kung hindi sa January 1. When I write something, hindi sa January 1, okay? But I make it time na pag natapos na yung paper ko na yun, slash ko na yun, tapos na, then write down something again. And a lot of times ngayon sa life ko para sa ibang tao na eh. So, but write down something that you guys want. Believe me. And pray for it, it will happen. That's one of the advice that I will tell people. If you've never done that before, this is the time to do it. Write down your dreams and pray for it.
I will do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank
And
you
be
so much.
specific. And you
Yes.
guys be specific with your prayer.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you so much for your time, Miss Shai.
It's my
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Yes.
It's my
Such a
pleasure.
blessing to have you
It's
here
my
on our
pleasure.
podcast.
Very full of wisdom.
Yes, yes.
Saka naiiyak talaga ako, pinipigilan.
Ako, ayoko umiyak kasi mainit yung
Yeah.
suot ko. Guys,
You know what? Yung questions na in-arrange ko actually, sabi ko, sakto lang, na hindi ko na siya natanong kasi parang,
In-explain na.
yes, very spontaneous. Yun na yun. Yun na yun talaga. Kaya sabi ko, wow. Sabi ko, parang makikinig na lang talaga ako.
Gusto ko malaman.
Oo.
Diba?
When I went to the States, I don't have nothing. I don't even have $20 in my pocket. 23 years old. Alam mo yung, I was wearing Happy Feet. Sinelas! I was wearing, yeah, and then my shorts was, para akong tomboy eh. I was wearing my shorts and my Chinatown shirt like Los Angeles. Yeah, I was wearing that, going to the airport. I don't know why the immigration let me in. I was wearing the bakya. Yeah, so for everyone, I really, it's my pleasure to tell my story. Do not lose hope. There's not, when you have life, there's so much meaning on it. You just have to find it. You have to find it in the right way. Remember to find good people surround you that will lift you up. When people are trying to bring you down, don't listen to it. That's their life. Yung reflection yun ng buhay nila. So, wag kayo magagalit. Always forgive. Laging mag-forgive para hindi nyo dinadala yun sa puso niyo. It will make you beautiful. Kahit walang concealer.
Aray ko!
Yeah. Sabi ko, naku, hindi pa naman ako nagko-concealer. Hindi pa naman ako nagme-makeup. Ayan. So, it's a pleasure meeting you. I think it's very hard to live in Japan. Ang lamig-lamig, I don't know. Ang lamig, and it's different. I don't know what culture. Probably, I will come back 4 times a year, right? Yeah. Because 10 years ago, I don't have friends in Japan. Now, I have 4. 5 with Ed, right? 5 with Ed. Yes. So it's my pleasure. I pray for you starting tonight. Whatever God's plan for your life, always remember His plan is not to harm you, but to give you hope in the future. When something close, something will open and it's bright.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.